Hey y'all, listen, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. Woo! Y'all, my energy is high right now. Let me calm it down. Let me calm it down. Hope people try to shut me off. All right, y'all, I got a message. Peace and love, family. Peace and love. All right, y'all. All right, I had to turn my little meditation music on. All right. Peace and love, family. Listen. Peace and love. 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 Y'all listen. Bay Good got a message today. This message is not for the weak. I'm going to go ahead and warn you now. Okay? If you ain't trying to get deep, you might want to exit stage left. Okay? Because, baby, it's finna get real deep up in here. Let me tell you something. Look at the title. The title says a lot, right? You've been reading it through a veil, right? So let's have Bible study today. I know yesterday was Wednesday, but it's all right. Today is the day that the Lord has made, okay? And we will rejoice and be glad in it, okay? Listen to me. We're finna walk them down today, okay? It's time to cut through the fluff, y'all. Listen, I've been procrastinating on this message because it's a deep one, it's a heavy one, and not everybody can carry the capacity of what I'm about to drop. So if you're not ready to be triggered, but in a healthy way, of course, because y'all already know, if you're part of the Kindred tribe, we don't cut you and leave you bleed. We'll cut you and then heal you up later. But at the end of the day, moral of the story is the cut is to cut away the fluff, to cut away the BS, cut away the bull crap, right? So we can grow and evolve and actually start to live again and stop just existing, because a lot of us just existing, right? And a lot of us are afraid to have Bible talk, religious talk or whatever. We're living in a time now where everybody's so rough and tough, but sensitive at the same damn time. Just, it reminds me of my nephew, Kai. I miss him. Anyway, stay focused. Shout out to Kai. But anyway, it reminds me of both of my nephews, Kai and Zach, because both of them is rough and tough. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. At the end of the day, that's the kind of world we're living in. Everybody's so rough and tough and hard-shelled, but in the inside, all I'm seeing is like that Dairy Queen ice cream where everybody was getting with the dipped chocolate on the outside, but in the inside, when she bite it, ain't nothing but melted chocolate melted ice cream in the inside. And that's really what we are right now. It's like everybody want to have this hard outer exterior, and really in the inside is just soft and mushy. You feel what I'm saying? So it's okay to be soft and mushy. And I want us to get back to that in this day and age without feeling threatened or without feeling lost or feeling like we just in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to put their glasses on, okay? Get your drink, get your smoke, get your snack, whatever you need, because you're going to be with me for a while, because I got a lot of valuable nuggets I'm finna drop. And you might need to get a notebook, because, baby, I did. You feel me? When I did, baby, listen, when Spirit gave me these messages about a week ago, baby, I had to pull out my journal, y'all. It got deep. So I'm going to need for you to pull out your notebook. And if you got a Bible, pull that out, too, because yeah, it's finna get that deep. You feel me? It's finna get that deep. Yeah, my spiritual ass. Yeah, my witchy ass. My voodoo, hoodoo, whatever, weird, whatever y'all want to label me as. Right? I'm finna talk about the Bible today. Yes, let's talk about it. And if you ain't scared, I suggest you get your notebook. Like I said, get your smoke, get your drink, get your snack, whatever you need. So you can be comfortable. Get your headphones, all right? And beware, because I'm probably gonna play my singing bowl in a minute, because I don't want to bust nobody's eardrums. But I do need to cleanse the energy. So I'm glad I'm saying this. Let me go ahead and do that now while I'm thinking about it. So if you got on any headphones, brace yourself. Turn your phone down a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and set the tone real quick. Reset everybody's energy. Open your minds, open your spirits. If you can't watch my live with an open mind, open spirit, and an open heart, you might want to exit stage left, because baby girl, baby boy, this message is definitely finna crack some eggs. Happy Easter, be. Oh, stay focused. Y'all already know this message is finna be a mess now. Everybody just breathe. Relax. Whew. I think that was more so for me, because my energy was a little riled up, y'all. But anyway, somebody need to get their glasses. Somebody wear glasses or need some glasses, can't afford no glasses, and wondering why my eyes is bad. Well, let me tell you something. Did you know that spiritually, if you are refusing to see the truth and reality, it can cause your physical eyes to be blurred. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. You ain't got to believe it, but it's real. If you are refusing to see, receive the truth, reality, right? How things really are. You want to stay cloaked and pretend and fake it till you make it and act like you don't see what's going on. You are keeping your spiritual mind's eye closed and blinded, which in turn blinds your physical eyes. Yes. So if you have an eye trouble, you probably feel like it's hereditary, Seven, it come in my family. Yeah. Okay. Just like everything else comes in your family, right? It runs in your family. Does that mean you got to bear that cross? Just because everybody in your family has high blood pressure, heartburn, diabetes, and all of that, does that mean you got to have it? Does that mean you got to inherit it? No, we want to inherit good stuff, right? So that's why we having our message. So we're not going to babble, because I got a lot to cover. Yeah, I got a lot to cover. So like I said, if you ain't got time, I'm sorry for you. Because baby, I got the message. And I want you to get it too. But I ain't here to force it on nobody. So at the end of the day, get your notebook, because you're going to need it. This took me back when I used to go to church, y'all. When I was sitting up at church all the time, and I was a little bitty child, and I sit on the front pew, and all the people in the church, members in the church had their little notebooks and stuff, and they would highlight stuff in their Bibles, and they would just do everything, right? And so I used to want to do it too, because, we kids and we want to copy the adults, right? We following them. So I'm like, you know what? I wish I could do that. So now when I started doing my downloads, when I got my messages, y'all, boom, the highlighter came out. And when the highlighter came out, it went from one highlighter to 2, 3 highlighters. So I didn't colored everything, y'all. I didn't color everything, okay? But anyway, stay focused. It's check off. So I'm going to check off as I go. I'm going to read pretty fast, because I want to take up nobody too much time. And I am on a timer, because I don't want to be having my video too long. So anyway, you are reading it through a veil. You are reading the Bible through a veil, okay? You are reading the Bible through a veil, written Catch this. It's written by mystics from the East. Woo! I told you, if y'all ain't ready, you might want to exit stage left, because it's finna get deeper. Ain't that how y'all preachers be doing? Stay focused. Anyway, written by mystics from the East. Number one, Happy Resurrection Day. Y'all already know. I know y'all's Easter Day ain't till this Sunday, right? So we wanted to help y'all rise. Yeah. Y'all, did I say that early? My bad. We want to help Jesus rise again, right? So at the end of the day, let's go ahead and get him a fresh head start. How about that? Whoa, Lord, I'm already sweating bullets. So happy Resurrection Day. Resurrection, the beginning, the Genesis, y'all. It's the beginning. Yeah, look outside. The reason why we say Happy New Year around this time is because new things are flourishing or being born again. Crops are growing, trees and stuff is, leaves and stuff is coming back. And you know what I'm saying? The things that we need, stuff being reborn, and what's the word? Revived. That's the word, revived. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep it simple, y'all. So happy Resurrection Day. All right, check that out. Happy Easter eggs, rabbits, golden eggs, fertility. That's what we're gonna talk about, y'all. Fertility. Happy Easter eggs. So let's talk to the golden eggs right now. It's time for rebirth around here, right? Yeah. What the rabbits like to do? Jackrabbit, stay focused. All right. Distractions will come. Number 3. Distractions will come. Stay focused by all means. All right. Number 4, use the stones, the words that people have thrown at you, okay, to build something magical with these stones, i.e., me with my copper. By the way, a lot of people judged me and talked about me and downed me and bullied me and did a lot of mean things to me throughout my life, right? And during the time of going through it, it was hard. But at the same time, I'm grateful that I went through the experience because it helped me evolve, become who I am. And so I thank those people who doubted me, who misunderstood me, who never took the time to get to know me, or who even underestimated me. Those are the stones right there that I'm talking about. Yeah. Or even talking about me behind my back. Them stones, I took them stones, y'all, and I made something beautiful. Y'all hit copper stone up, by the way, if you want something nice to wear. You feel me? Cop y'all stones. All right. Number 4. All right, so number 5. We are taking out the trash. We are eliminating the illusions, the bull crap, the BS. All right? The mistranslations that people have spoken to you in their tongue. Okay? Y'all ain't ready for what I'm about to talk about. Y'all ain't ready. If you ready, say you ready. I dare you. But most of you ain't. Half of you tapping in and then you exiting off because you don't want me to know that you're watching. But it's all right. Because I'm not. That's why I didn't wait till you got on. I'm going to go ahead and deliver the message and you will catch it later. You can hide later. Right? You feel me? I used to hide too, so I know what it feels like. I used to run too, so I know what it means. But it's all good though. Just know that if you got this message and it rolled down your timeline, it's meant for you. Stay focused. I love you too. So yeah, we cutting through the mistranslations, taking out the trash. Somebody need to take out their trash or clean the house. Okay, we are in spring, new beginnings, new life, pollen everywhere. Watch them cars. I know I need to watch my car. Is there a nice gentleman out there that would love to watch my car? Because I'm just a girl. Anyway, stay focused. But take out the trash, right? Number 6. Remembering who the fuck you are. See, I'm going to read it just how I wrote it. I'm going to stop trying to censor it because if you can't handle my potency, if you can't handle how I talk, if you can't handle how I operate on my channel or my pages in general, then you are by all means welcome to exit stage left and block me and remove me. I promise you I won't take it personal. I promise you I won't, because I understand that I could be a bit much for some people. And it's okay, but I'm not going to shrink myself to appease you and make you comfortable. That's why I do what I do, is to shake the table, to get us uncomfortable. in what we call the comfort zone. We think this comfort zone is comfortable, but it's really not. It might be cozy, but it's not comfortable. And you'll figure out why the further down I get. All right. Anyway, remembering who the fuck you are. Check. Release all guilt and shame that come with walking away from those family members, the blood, that are voluntarily stuck in tradition, religion, and outdated mindsets. You heard what I said. And if you didn't, then you better wait till I finish the live and rewind, because I ain't got time to keep repeating myself. All right, so I had to skip down to number 14, right? Because baby, we ain't got time. So number 14 says, it's amazing how they have selective seeing and hearing as long as they have free access to you. But once access is revoked to your energy, now you're seen and you're heard. Moral of the story is those family members that you holding on to for dear life, you just swear up and down that they just bringing you something to your life, they helping you grow, when they really just dead weight, let's be honest. And you afraid to let them go. You know that, peanut butter and jelly over there, been talking about you and dog, and you been cheating on, sleeping with your lovers, been, stabbing you in the back. Then you got a Ritz cracker over there doing what he do behind your back, cheating on you and scamming you and stealing from you. Then you feel what I'm saying? But you holding on to him because we came from the same family. We got that blood is thicker than water. And especially those from the South, you scared because we are forced to stick around in toxic family dynamics because of blood. But blood can hurt you. So moral of the story is, get away from that. Release guilt. If you have walked away, if you are estranged from your family like myself, be okay with being estranged. Be okay. Don't feel guilty. Don't be ashamed. If God led you away from certain people so that you can grow and spread your wings, don't feel bad because you got a chance to go and do that. You get what I'm saying? Because you could be over there with them and it could be worse. You could be over there with stale Ritz cracker them and they not grown. You feel what I'm saying? They stuck in time. They stuck in outdated thinking. They stuck in old religious beliefs and they want you stuck there too. And you straddling the fence. You really want to go to the club. You really want to go party. You really want to have you a mimosa. You really want to smoke you a blicky. You really want to go and do worldly things. But at the same time, you don't want to be cast out or, what's the word? Considered a backslider or, a castaway or whatever by your so-called Christian family, right? So you straddling the fence. You want to wear pants. But you trying to mix it under your skirt because you want to do both. You scared to admit that you want to venture out and spread your wings and try new things. But you scared because your grandmother, your mama got this old, belief system that they stuck in, and you supposed to stick to it because they stuck to it, and so on and so on and so on, and everybody just stuck to it. And that's what we call tradition. Everybody just sticking to tradition. But question, does tradition mean good? Tradition does not always mean good. Tradition is like something that we keep doing repetitively. It's like Thanksgiving. It's like Christmas. We do traditionally. Every year we put up a tree. Every year we cook dinner. Every year we get together at Meemaw's house. Whatever. That's a tradition. And some of y'all are afraid to break tradition. But guess what? Some of y'all are going through hell and hot water at those family members' houses. Every year, they judging you. They talking about you. They disrespecting you. They bringing you and your kids down. They ain't giving you nothing, helping you growing or evolving or none of that. Bringing nothing to the table. They're not breathing no life into you. If anything, they robbing you. But they want you to keep coming around because we family. And you keep coming around and just don't know that every time you come around, you're taking pieces of yourself because you're not really being real with yourself, that you really don't want to be there. You really don't like them people. And it's okay. It's all right. It's okay. You can love them, but it's all right to not like their ass, because guess what? Some of them are dislikable. All right? We ain't going to hate nobody, but we can dislike people strongly. And at the end of the day, when you get sick and tired, you will do something about it. So at the end of the day, I had to go through a similar situation. And I got sick and I got tired of being taken advantage of, not appreciated, talked about, made a, what's the word? I felt like I was being sacrificed every time I came around. so-called family gatherings, I felt like I was being made the center of what I was being spotlighted for my new life, how I was trying to grow and how I was trying to evolve. I felt like I was being targeted, but they were doing it in a jokingly way. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, because they were family, they were supposed to be able to get away with it. No, they hurt my feelings. They made me feel away, and they continuously did it. It wasn't something that just happened once or twice. It just kept going, and it's been going my whole life. So basically, they subtly bullied me, and I got sick and tired of being bullied. So I said, you know what? Fuck family gatherings, fuck tradition, fuck going. Just forget all of it. I ain't coming to no Thanksgiving dinner. I ain't coming to your church. No, I don't want no Christmas gift. I am okay. I don't need your pizza. I'm good. You ain't got to poison me. I'm okay. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I walked away because I got sick and tired of being sacrificed, the sacrificial lamb. All because I was different. I saw things deeply. They wasn't ready for that. So to preserve my peace and their peace, I just politely exited myself, separated, and a lot of them don't like it, but at the end of the day, it's what's best for us all, because I'm not going to change who I am, and they're not going to change who they are. So it's just best, sometimes it's oil and water don't mix. That's okay. Feel me? So I decided to take my oil over here somewhere else and love on myself and grow my garden. Okay? All right? So don't feel guilty about that. All right? So now, boom. Number 8. Choosing to straddle the fence out of fear and trauma bond. See, I already covered that part. Some of y'all grew up in church like me, right? You grew up in church, and I grew up wearing skirts down to the floor. I had to wear secondhand everything. I couldn't wear no earrings, no jewelry. I couldn't cut my hair. We wasn't wearing no makeup. We were literally like nuns, because I grew up in a tabernacle church, which was so-called a holiness church, which, let's be real, it's non-existent. That's another story for a different day. Stay focused. I'm sorry. If you are a holy part of a holiness church and you getting triggered by this, I told you this message was a trigger warning. Okay? I came from a holiness church. I grew up in holiness churches my whole life, so I get it. I understand where you are. And you're stuck. You're manipulated. You're brainwashed. You're under somebody else's control, baby. You're under somebody else's thumb. You are you are in what we would call a cult or a coven. You're not in a church. Sorry. Sorry I had to be the bearer of bad news. Sorry I got to shatter your face. But it is what it is, boo. Holiness is non-existent. If you look up plenty of religions, Buddhism, Catholic, atheist, all this stuff, denominational, Baptist, everybody has a name. But when you look up holiness, where is it? It's not a religion. Holiness is a way of life. It's how you're supposed to carry yourself in a holy way. Not a religion. Okay? I'm going to keep going. At the end of the day, you are straddling the fence because you're scared to walk away, because you're scared you're going to be judged, or you're going to be cast away, because, mama and grandmama and them been doing this for years, and this is where y'all been at all y'all life, and this is all y'all know, and Pastor such and such them, Pastor Raspberry Jam them church. Y'all, you feel me? You don't want them to judge you because you decide to stop going to church or whatever. And you decide to wrap your head up and put a crown on. You decide to talk to yourself and evolve. You decided to, question their motives. And now all of a sudden, you scared. You scared. So you decide to do your spiritual work in the closet. Some of y'all are spiritual, closeted witches. Church, closeted witches. And y'all judge people like me who are out in the open, who don't hide what I do. Okay? So that's why we having this talk, because let's cut the fluff. You can't judge me. You can't throw a stone at me and expect that stone not to bounce back at you. Because what goes around comes around. And many of you have judged mystics because y'all think we witches, or we're wicked, or we're evil. Some of us are. I don't like to classify myself as that because I'm not. And y'all know that. But at the end of the day, I ain't here to prove that to you. That you will figure that out on your own. Let you be the judge of that. But at the end of the day, moral of the story, many of you church folk have judged mystics, tarot readers, spiritualists, anybody God has called to be a disciple. See, we're gonna mix it in there because it's the same thing. It's just different words. Y'all keep trying to make it something different. Y'all keep trying to separate the word, but it's the same thing. We just choose to be free-spirited about it. And y'all choose to be in a box with it. And you are angry at people like us, free spirits, who choose not to be in a box, who choose not to be manipulative or manipulated by those so-called preachers and leaders that we following nowadays. We choose to tap in to our higher consciousness and find out right from wrong on our own. Let God lead us personally. And because we choose to do that, you want to demonize it. So let me help you figure out and see why you can't demonize it, and you shouldn't, because it is you. I am you and you are me, and we are we. We are one, whether you want to be or not. Stay focused. I'm getting lost. So because you choose to hide in the closet and do your tarot readings, because you choose to secretly watch readings, because many of you know about me being a spiritualist because you secretly watch me, but you judge me in front of people, in front of other people, church folks, everybody. You talk about it, oh, she a demon, she da. But then you behind closed doors secretly asking me for advice, secretly watching me, secretly trying to mimic the gift, secretly wishing that you had that same confidence to be open and out and bold about it. And just don't know, hell, I was scared to be open out and bold about it. I'm still scared a lot of times. But at the end of the day, the more the world go, the more 2026 go on, I realize that it's nothing to fear because we're living in a world now where nothing is colored in the lines. Nothing. We are literally coloring out of the lines. And that's okay. It's okay to color out of the lines a little bit. You feel me? We call it abstract art. So just look at us like a canvas, right? A big canvas. Everybody just got their own little place on it. Anyway, moral of the story is, get out of that closet, boo. Put them pants on. Put your little lipstick on. Put your makeup on. Put your hair on. Whatever. Because God still loves you regardless. If you say ass, if you say damn, or you say shit, or whatever, God still loves you anyway. We're going to keep going and you'll figure out how. At the end of the day, stop letting people criticize you and fearmonger you into staying into their manipulation tactics. Calling it church, or calling it family, or love, however you want to place it. So stop choosing to straddle the fence, babe, because at this point it's just a trauma bond. Like, you faking it. I'm watching so many people who want to go to the blues club. You a singer. I'm watching a lot of celebrities or new upcoming celebrities, local celebrities. They came out singing gospel. Then they sliding in a little blues. But then they going to church and they trying to mix in a little, they trying to sing gospel and keep up the image, but then they mixing in the blues in the church. So now they flip-flopping and shit, because that's what happened when you fake for so long. You can't fake for so long, you can't lie for so long, because it'll start mixing up and catching up. So this is why it pays to be authentic in the beginning. If you want to be a blues singer, be a blues singer. If you want to be a pop singer, be a pop singer. You want to be an artist, a gospel singer, whatever, be a gospel singer. If you're a gospel singer and you want to sing a little R&B, that's okay. Because guess what? You're still human too. You feel me? Embrace all sides of you. Stop trying to just be one way. Stop letting people place you in that one way box. You got to be this way. And if you ain't this way, it's the wrong way. And you're going to die and go to hell if you don't get your life right before it's too late. How many of y'all heard that? Yeah. Yeah, and you be going to sleep scared, traumatized, waking up scared. Oh God, I'm scared to not go to church this Sunday, because if I don't, I'm going to hell. Baby, you already in hell. Okay? All right, so choosing to straddle the fence, that's a trauma bond. All right? Let's heal that. All right? Seeing what's happening, but playing possum. A lot of y'all are seeing what's happening right now in the world. You're seeing the shift taking place. Your families are seeing the change. A lot of them are seeing the empires of these idols that they have placed on these pedestals crumble down right before their eyes. And you keep trying to keep these idols up on these pedestals, and they crumbling right before your eyes. And you trying to keep them there. You scared because you like, God, what? Why? Because I've been idolizing this person all my life. I've been looking up to this person all my life, and now all of a sudden they are drunk. Now all of a sudden you're looking up and they being exploited in the tabloids for being an alcoholic. Now they're being exploited in the tabloids for being a rapist or whatever, or sex trafficking and all this. A lot of y'all are heartbroken because you placed people. You idolize people above yourself. You made them your gods, i.e. Beyonce and them. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Y'all, a lot of y'all have made that woman y'all's God, as well as other celebrities. Y'all have made these people y'all's gods. How do I know? Because I used to have some. I had some celebrities that I idolized until I got old enough and I realized that these people were just human, just like me, and they were entitled to make mistakes just like me. They were not perfect. They were not flawless. You feel me? So at the end of the day, if they can get there, so can I. What makes them any better or different than me? You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you cannot put people above you and make other people your God. So now that the universe is exposing all of the veils, it's snatching the veils up off of you, removing the rose-colored glasses, because a lot of y'all been comfortable with seeing people through glasses. Oh, you're so beautiful. This is so, oh my God, this is the best thing. This is golden. But then now that the veils are being lifted, you're seeing what you thought was gold was really mold. You thought was leather was pleather. You thought the grass was real and it was fake. And a lot of y'all try to become what you idolize. So now that it's being exposed, so are you. And now you out there like, well, what did I need to do? You need to be you. And you need to take those people off those pedestals. Because those that were first are now being put last. And those that have been put last intentionally are now being intentionally put first. Okay? All right? So seeing what's happening but playing possum. A lot of y'all are dealing with family members and stuff who acting like they don't see what's happening in spiritually, acting like they don't have spiritual gifts, acting like you feel me? You're not the only mystic in the family. You're not the only one who woke up and just, you feeling all these downloads, or you hearing extra things, or you feeling, you extra sense. You're not the only one in your family. You were born with that. And if you were born with that, that means other people in your family have that. And a lot of them have covered themselves, cloak themselves in the cover of fake it till we make it, because they scared to let the world see them, because they're scared of being judged. So now they cloak themselves in church clothes and big hats and stuff, and they go to church every Sunday and they be up on the front pew. So you think because they is mother the church the church mother that they ain't into all of that spirituality, but in actuality they are, because when they go home and they take those big clothes off from Beauty Mart in them, they go in their closet and they are secret tarot readers, just like, they are secret tarot readers. They are secret, witches and warlocks and whatever else you want to call them. Mystics, shamans, healers. There's so many different terms that you can use as wordplay. At the end of the day, whatever they identify themselves as. So let's call this shit out. Most of your witches and warlocks are in the churches. They are your sister Mary Clarence and them. They are your brothers that you rubbing arms with, calling him deacon. Yeah, because men are not excluded to this. Men will do witchcraft too. Yes. So a lot of your witches are in the churches. And a lot of y'all judge me because I look easy to judge. I look the part. So y'all judge the book by its cover. And you think the whole time that Sister Mary Clarence over there wouldn't dare burn sage. You think she wouldn't dare go and, meditate with stones. Or you think she wouldn't dare go and, mix up herbs or whatever. You think she wouldn't do spells on you. But the whole time you wonder why you sitting up beside her every Sunday and you just can't get your money right. For some apparent reason, you can't get your money right, but she blowing up over here. Because she probably behind closed doors doing spells on your money, keeping you from getting it, but calling you sister at church. A lot of these people are in the church. They are closeted church witches. And they want to judge people like myself who don't hide what the fuck I do. So this is why I'm doing this message. So we can stop this bull crap. Y'all can stop trying to judge me because you're doing the same thing, boo. Yeah, let me keep going. I'm going to put that mirror up. And if you don't want to see that mirror, you see a lot of, and I keep hearing a lot of people saying, shut up, shut up, shut up. See, that's the problem. My family, the relatives that I had to go estranged from, wanted me to hush. The church wanted me to hush. They knew that I saw with big eyes from a deeper perspective as a child. A lot of the people that I went to church with knew my spiritual gifts before I even knew the spiritual gifts. And they tried to cast me away before I could even get into my damn throne, y'all. Tried to take my little ass out. Young, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, was robbing me every chance they get. The church. The people that I looked up to, that I had on pedestals. Right? So these people tried to hush me back then, and had y'all given me a chance, because some of y'all watching me, had y'all given me a chance to speak my truth back then and stop trying to shush me, I probably wouldn't be such a big mouth now on live exposing y'all asses. Sorry, but not sorry. God gave y'all plenty of chances to come out of those closets and to be who you truly are, to show the world who you are fearlessly. But no, you wanted to cover yourself and pretend and shrink and pretend to be like these fake church folks because of their tradition. It's what we've been doing for centuries and decades and so on. It's what we've been doing for so we don't give a stay focused. All right. Anyway, release all guilt and shame that comes with it. All right, boom. All right, number 10, I'm sorry. Will stop at nothing to keep you from exposing the veil of lies they have been comfortable with. Number 11, comfortable in the lies that have shaped them into pure corruption. Faking it till they make it. False realities. Check and check. So basically, most of the people that you are around in the churches are comfortable in lies. They are comfortable with seeing through the veil. And, mind you, because they are comfortable with being in, being under lies, basically corruption is being born. When you are practicing holiness and righteousness and authenticness, if that's even a word, and realness, true genuineness, then enlightenment and beautiful things would grow, right? But when you choose to live in lies, only corruption is born from that. And so this is why the church today in 2026 is no longer considered a church. This is why the church in 2026 today is so corrupted. And it starts from the head of the house, the pulpit. Because if the preacher is not being authentic, if the father or the mother of your church is not being authentic, then they cannot teach you authenticity, congregation. So that means they lying, they living the lie, and so are you. And now everybody in here faking it till they make it. And ain't nobody made it because they faking it. Let's stop faking it so we can make it. Okay? Stop faking the Holy Spirit. You can't fake the Holy Spirit. Stop it. You just because you slanging your hair out and falling on the floor and dirtying up your dress, messing up your suit, that does not mean you got the Holy Spirit. And I've watched a lot of people as a child when I grew up fake it. So I grew up thinking that was how you're supposed to get it. And I was wondering how I could never tap in. I'm like, why I don't feel God how they feel God? Why I ain't falling out and passing out? Why I ain't shaking it? Why? Because it was not God. They wouldn't know God if God had slapped them in the face. And we're going to keep going, and I'm going to show you how as we keep going. Stick with me, y'all. All right? I'm just going to go ahead and do the video as I'm reading, because I was going to just read it and then go back and just, fill in the gaps. But then I realized that would take too long. So I'm just filling in as I go. All right? So boom. False leaderships false prophets, false spiritualists, false growth, profiting off of your ignorance, lack of knowledge. The church has become a business. Spirituality has become a business. When did it become a business? When it was intended for something to help people grow and evolve. But now we have taken it and we have corrupted it, because spiritualists, you are not exempt from the corruption, because there's a lot of dark spiritualists out here. You know who you are. You're doing spells on people. You're doing love spells against people. You're doing money spells against people's will. You making people be with folks that don't want to be with each other. You're arranging shit that you ain't supposed to arrange. You ain't ordained to do that. Just like a lot of your preachers in the pulpit wasn't ordained to be no preacher. But they went to school for it, got a certificate, and they get paid to be in there. So they don't give a damn about your elevation. All they care about is paying their bills, making sure they got their Rolls Royce when it's time to pull up every Sunday. They don't give a damn about your growth. No, don't you mess around and start trying to go and find yourself, because then when you go and try to find yourself, now you deemed as a witch, because then now when you find yourself, they realize that you're going to mess around and see that they've been scamming you the whole time, because all they care about is money. The churches have lost this sacredness because of money. All we care about is money. We got to pay more money to go to church than we do the club now. We got to keep the lights on and out. We understand that. But if you are operating in the Holy Spirit, truly, genuinely, authentically, everything you need will be taken care of mystically, if you believe. But you ain't got to believe, because a lot of y'all don't believe in the magic. Let me keep going. It is going to get juicy. All right, boom. So, false growth, profiting off of your ignorance. So this is why you need to study to show thyself approved. You know, my granddad used to tell me, because my granddad used to study the Bible well before he passed away. He read that Bible like over and over. And my granddad said, read that Bible and get your own understanding, so nobody can take that from you. You can't go up and they might take everything from you, but they can't take your understanding. Right? So get your Bibles and open them up and read them for yourself. Stop being Bible beat by your loved ones who've been in church 26 years and think that they know God better than you. You pick that Bible up and you get to know those scriptures for yourself, so that you can start defending yourself gracefully by the truth. We're not going to promote violence. What I do on this channel is not for you to go and hurt nobody, not for you to go and dog nobody. No. The truth will set you free. All you got to do is step in it and let everything else do its due. Okay? All right? So, boom. They've been profiting off of your lack of knowledge. The battle has never truly been about blacks or whites or saints or sinners. It's about feminine and masculine. Woo! Y'all ain't ready. Listen, I'm going to help y'all see things different. We've been out here fighting each other, y'all. Dividing and conquering. Oh, blacks against the blacks. Whites against the whites. Whites against the blacks, and the blacks against the whites. And everybody against everybody, but whatever. Stupid shit, right? It's never been about color. It's never, ever been about race or your religious preference or your sexual preference. It's never been about none of that shit that we make reference. It's been about the masculine and feminine principles of God. That's what a battle truly is. Woo! Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Adam and Eve. Let's talk about biting the apple of the knowledge, the tree of knowledge. Eve made us bite the apple. Let's talk about it. Man, who came first? The woman came from your rib. Let's talk about it. Now, this message is not to bash male or female. This is not to cause any problems. If you get offended by what I'm about to say, that means you're closed-minded. And I already said in the beginning of my video, if you're closed-minded, then you need to exit stage left, because this is for open-minded people. Okay? Open-minded men and women, right? Whatever you classify yourself as. So don't take nothing that I'm saying out of context and make it like, oh, she's targeting us. No, I'm just simply speaking the truth and breaking the ice of the bullcrap. Everybody can get it right now. Okay. All right. So boom. It's never been about female. I mean, never been about sinners or saints. Okay. Church. So stop judging us. All right. It's never been about blacks or whites. Okay. So black folks, stop judging white folks. White folks, stop judging black folks. Okay. It's stupid. We wasting time. All right. We've been wasting time. All right. It's been about male and female. All right. Number 14. It's amazing how they, oh, no, I already read number 14. All right, 15. Be okay with moving on. The cycle is closed. And we finna close a cycle today. A lot of cycles today. Because a lot of y'all got a lot of questions. Y'all been, there's a lot of stuff been placed up in the air. Everybody deeming stuff as conspiracy theories and so much stuff going on that you like, Lord, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what's true, what ain't. And I'm going to try my best to break a lot of that down today in this video. Okay. And I might have to stop the video, y'all, because, and start it back in a minute because like I said, I don't want my video to be too long because I got other stuff to handle. All right. So boom. Be okay with moving on. The cycle has closed. Protect your peace by any means. Even if it means ignoring and avoiding the past, no shame, all love. And I'm going to say that. That's me for an example. A lot of the relatives that I'm estranged from that I'm no longer in contact with, I have been seeing a lot of them running into them in town. And a lot of them been trying to talk to me and still, kick it with me like it's normal. And I'm just not there anymore. I'm not that same individual anymore. I've walked away from that energy. I'm not, you get what I'm saying? They don't even know me, the new version of me. And I know if they didn't take time to get to know the old version of me, they damn sure ain't gonna take the time to get to know the new version of me. If they didn't appreciate the old version of me, why would I give them the privilege of being around the new version of me? So at the end of the day, I just choose to not, just not communicate with any of them anymore. But it's not in a hateful way. It's more of a peace and love. I love you, but I'm a different person now, and I'm gonna go where I feel most alive. And I want you to do the same, right? That's the energy that I'm in. So you have to be okay with that. And that's called protecting your peace. So that means if you see one of their ass in public and you really don't want to see them and you see them head on coming towards you, you feel me? Like, let me give you an example. I'm just going to say it what it is. Recently, I just went to Walmart and I just ran to Walmart to go grab a couple of items, literally 2 items. And I jumped out the car, boom, head on. There comes my grandmother. Mind you, she's like the first lady that I remember in church that ever taught me everything. And so, I see her head on and I'm like, my spirit just was like, nope. I just decided, you know what, keep the peace, turn around, go get back in your car. And I could hear her in the far distance saying, don't run. But see, mind you, she's so used to people running because my grandma used to act like a Jehovah's Witness. No offense to any Jehovah's Witnesses, but she used to act like that. She was so pushy and just judgmental and aggressive when it came to religion that people would just run from her, literally. And you don't want to be that Christian, that lady, a woman, a man, a God that people run from you. That's not godly. That's demonic, right? And so anything good, you shouldn't have to force it off on nobody. So at the end of the day, I just wasn't in the spirit of faking it till we make it no more. I wasn't in the spirit of acting like I miss them or acting like I want to come back around the family, acting like I want to shrink and be in their little box anymore and shut up and just be their little hush girl. I didn't want to do any of that. My grandmother's the matriarch of the family. So at the end of the day, I would have to be respectful. And so at the end of the day, I was just like, you know what? If respect means me being quiet and walking away and not saying a thing, then that's what I'm going to do to protect my peace and hers. Because if I open my mouth, I'm going to tell her why I don't want to be around them. And that's probably going to hurt her feelings and break her heart. And I'm not trying to do that. I don't want to break my grandmother's heart. I don't want to hurt her feelings. But at the end of the day, if it means that I got to walk away and not say anything, act like I don't see you, act like I don't know you in public, just to protect my peace, and I'm going to do what I got to do by any means necessary. And I expect y'all to respect it, right? And so part of me was feeling a little guilty when I got in the car because I was like, Lord, why I just did that? Because it's my grandmother. I haven't seen her in a minute. But at the same time, it took me back to a time or a couple of times where she had selective hearing when it came down to me, or when she had selective seeing when it came down to me. Let me break it down. I can remember times when I said certain stuff to her about my spirituality or me evolving and growing, and she would turn off her ear, what's the word? What's the ear thing that people be wearing? The little thing that people be wearing when they be losing their hearing aid. And so she would have her hearing aid in, and it was like she would have it low or something purposely when you would go to talk about things that she didn't agree about or didn't agree with, i.e. spirituality, right? Because she was so religious. And so she would be like, hi, hi, hi. Mind you, she ain't old. She wasn't that old to be acting like that. To my hi. So, after a while, I'm like hollering. I'm like, well, I believe in da-da-da-da-da. And when you realize that you got to scream a whole conversation, you don't want to talk to her, right? But she was doing that purposely. How I learned, because then it followed another event. She saw me in public and I was draped up. Look at how I'm looking. Look how I look, how I express myself. And it wasn't in the way that she likes me to express myself. It wasn't the way that she brought me up to be traditionally. And she literally walked past me, y'all. She was like she was Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles at the same time. That woman acted like she didn't see me or my damn gay cousin that I was standing there with. But she didn't believe in, people being gay and, LGBTQ and all that stuff. She didn't believe in none of that. Our family was so strict and against anybody being, gay at the end of the day that you would get cast away. But that's how you end up with half of your family gay, because you trying to ignore the gays. So now most of your family members coming in gay because you want to fake it. Like, oh, well, God said there's abomination and you're going to go to hell. But no sin is greater than the other, so they say. And if you turning your nose up at me and judging me and looking down upon me, then that sin is just like me being gay. It's no different. It's just like you going to murder somebody. It's no different. So at the end of the day, she had selective hearing and seeing when it came to me, when I was around, when she had access to my energy. She would hear and see what she wanted to when it came to me. But now that I have revoked access, that means access denied. They can't see me, hear me, talk to me. They block. I don't want nothing to do with them. Now all of a sudden, you want to see me. Now all of a sudden, you want to hear me. Now all of a sudden, your ears are open. It's too late. It's too late. I still love you, but it's too late. I don't have the energy and the capacity to go back in time and try to make up for things that we should have did when we had the chance. And a lot of y'all think y'all got forever with folks, and you don't. Sometimes folks ain't gonna just die physically. Some folks gonna die spiritually, wake up, rise up from the dead like Jesus, and be like, you know what? I might look at first before I died, I was stupid. Oh, dude, what you said? But then I messed around and died spiritually, right? Metaphorically. Then now I wake up, mind's eye open, see everything. Hold on. Wait a minute. You crossing me? You deceiving me? You judging me? Now you starting to see everything. See, that's why they be scared for you to die and be born again like Jesus. And it's not a physical death. It's a spiritual death, mental death. That means an old way has to die in order for a new one to be reborn again. Just like the past winter, 2025 had to die so that 2026 can be reborn again. Happy New Year. So moral of the story, something has to die in order for you to be rebirthed. Golden egg. Right? You might have been a rotten egg at one point, but you're a golden egg now because you're going to wake up today. All right? So, protect your peace, okay? By any means necessary. It's okay. Do it gracefully. All love, no hate, right? No more allowing loved ones, so-called loved ones, to continue to cock block your growth. Done, and done. Okay? Because anybody that's good for you, loves you, are not going to cock block you. They're going to help you grow. They're going to help you. They're going to give you stepping stones. Right? Okay? Number 18. They use religion and churches and their Bible to keep you in fear, stuck, and oppressed. Hashtag controlled. 19. The Bible is nothing but, y'all ready? I need my highlighter. Hold on now. Hold on. I need to rewrite that word. All right. Okay. Oh, y'all ready to find out what the Bible is? The Bible is nothing but astrology. science, rituals, spells, and mistranslations. Ouch. Listen to me. The Bible is full of parables. What is parable, 7? We'll figure it out as I keep going. That's why I said get your notebook, because you're going to need to take some notes. You might need to do some research yourself, because you're going to have to go and make sure what I'm saying ain't no lie, right? These just my receipts, all right? So, boom. The Christians, right, the religious folk, they use the Bible and the church to keep you stuck and oppressed and controlled. The true villains are not, the true villains are most of your higher ups. Those are the true criminals. So more of the story is the church, the higher ups, government, all that stuff, sorry but not sorry, all that shit connected. All that go together. The church, actually, the worst government, worse than the government. Now, sorry to say that. And they actually in cahoots with the courts and the judges and all of this type of stuff. So don't think for once that your preachers and your leaders will not manipulate the court system with hidden witchcraft that they be doing. And don't think that the court system don't work with the church. It all go together. Okay? Confirmation. Nose tingling. The Bible is nothing but astrology, science, rituals, spells, mistranslations, parables. Hear me out. Judging, crucifying, chosen ones, the true spiritualists. Okay? Spiritualist is really another way of a life. It's really not a group. A lot of people keep trying to put us in a group like y'all, separate everything else, right? But spiritually, everybody is spiritual. Everybody has the ability to be holy, right? Everybody has the ability to tap in, right? Real leaders, real spiritualists, real holy, real healers, real preachers, real whatever will tell you that. But instead, a lot of these people that you follow are comfortable and they are benefiting off of you staying small and not knowing that. Real healers will lead you back to yourself. We're not going to lead you to us to worship us. I'm not your God. Okay? All right, so judging, crucifying, chosen ones, the true spiritualists, calling them witches, quote unquote, in the same instance, actively doing spell work and witchcraft. Call me a lie if you want, but it is what it is. Demonizing spirituality, the natural healing, feminine aspect of God, right? All while glorifying the masculine religion. Movie reference, Barbie and Ken, right? I'm going to give y'all an example. People are demonizing the spiritual aspect of the world right now. Spiritualists like myself, right? I choose to be a spiritualist. That's me operating in the feminine principle of God. Because that's what feminine means is, you feel me? Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me not jump ahead of myself. Feminine is the emotional part of God, which is my intuition and all of that type of things. So because I choose to tap into my intuition and, be led by, my emotions and be a feminine, be a girl, I'm demonized because of that. How is it that it's okay to demonize a woman for doing something that she's born to do? But then you praise the masculine aspect, which is the religion. We praise that, right? And I'm going to keep going. That's why I said I'm going to keep going. I don't want nobody to get offended, but if you do, ho well. I'm not here to spare your feelings. The truth got to be said. Okay? All right? So let me keep going. So you demonize the spiritual part, the feminine part, all while glorifying the masculine religion. Barbie and Ken, I use that reference because it takes me back to that movie. If you haven't seen the movie Barbie and Ken, when Barbie left Barbie World and came, Ken left with her. I don't want to tell the movie, but at the end of the day, Ken came with her. All right, y'all. Ken came with her, and at the end of the day, ended up leaving her in a whole nother world. So she ended up coming back, and he done took over her world. All because he felt like it was all about her. Oh, Barbie this, Barbie that, Barbie. That's all we all hear. Da, 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 da. He was so envious of Barbie. But mind you, he spent his life trying to get Barbie and love on Barbie and win her heart. But Barbie just was Barbie and not paying him no attention. She was so focused on being herself and loving on herself and just living her life peacefully and like a girl. And he was envious of that. He was jealous of that, unfortunately. And so he went behind her back and took over her world. And it wasn't really just her world. It was all of their world. It was just called Barbie, right? And so it was the way he was looking at it. So he went back and got all macho and got all the men to join him. And yeah, it's men. We're going to have these Barbies worshiping us. So now they to put the women under the spells. The Barbies are now under a spell. Worshiping the man, Ken. And Barbie come back and she like, what the hell? What's going on over here? And she realized what was going on. So let me keep going. That's why I use that movie as a reference. You put the pieces of the puzzle where they go. Okay? I ain't here to draw your vision, your vision board for you. All right? So stop demonizing the feminine aspect of principle of God and the whole time glorifying the masculine part. Right? Male dominance, demonizing the female. Woo, child. 23. A man who believes a man is inherently superior, smarter, or stronger than women, often manifesting in condescending, patronizing, or discriminatory behavior, rooted in patriarchal views, male chauvinists, hashtag all ego, patriarch. Moral of the story is the shit is being ran and operated through ego. Sorry, but not sorry. Okay? It says a man who believes men is inherently superior, smarter, or stronger than a woman, often manifesting in condescending. That means I'm nicely demonizing your ass, patronizing and discriminating you. We think discrimination comes from black and white, but the real discrimination is men and women. Yeah. Women are weaker than men. Men are stronger than women. And women got women this. And men ain't that. And da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And everybody just against each other. Right? So the patriarch represents the male. Right? A matriarch is a female. Okay? So patriarch is a male leader or the head. Matriarch is a respected, a powerful female, head of the family, tribe, or community, often representing the eldest, the wisest of the generation. Y'all can look this meaning up. I ain't nothing I made up. Okay? When I looked up patriarch and matriarch, these are the definitions that I got off of y'all's Google. Okay? The Bible uses references and metaphors to make it more comprehensible, not literal. Okay? The Bible was written for you to comprehend, not take it literal. I'm going to say it again. The Bible was written for you to comprehend some shit, not for you to take the shit literal and try to do it physically in a negative way. We're going to keep going. I'll make sense in a minute. Stick with me. So it says, the Bible uses references and metaphors to make it more comprehensible, not literal. Not literal. It's a dummy guide. It's basically here. It's a guide. It's a blueprint to help you not be a dummy through life. Help you open your eyes. Help you tap into your intuition and your higher consciousness. Right? Okay? Stay focused. So, arbitrary. Did I say that right? Arbitrary. Arbitrary is the word. Arbitrary. Capricious. Random. Chance. Subjective. Unreasonable. Capricious. or whimsical, based on a sudden, unaccountable mood change. So basically, this is them describing why the book should not be taken literal, because it is written in arbitrary, which means random, chance, guessing, by experience, other people's whimsical point of view, right? It's just like us being a tarot reader. When we're pulling cards, we're going off of our spirit, we're going off our intuition and our point of view, right? So at the end of the day, it doesn't make it false or real. I mean, it doesn't make it true or false. At the end of the day, that's for you, your intuition to decide. That's where your discernment comes in, right? If it's proven real, then it'll be real. If it's not, then it may not be. But at the end of the day, it's not meant to be taken literal. And I'm going to keep going and you'll see why. It says, okay, capricious is capricious, whimsical. Listen at the words, y'all. Whimsical, based on a sudden, unaccountable mood changes. Right? So if y'all seen the movie, what is the movie? It's a cartoon movie, but it's got like a half oracle in the movie. I forgot the name of the movie. But anyway, she was like, sometimes she was right and sometimes she wasn't. It's like, maybe I'm telling the truth, maybe I'm not. And so that's the same difference when you're dealing with certain tarot readers, spiritualists, palm trees, healers, or whatever. Even your preachers or whatever, they don't really know. A lot of these people are going off of their spirit, their intuition, and their point of view. But that does not make it right or wrong. It's just their point of view, right? Okay, let's keep it going. So it says random, chance, lack of defined plan or system. Subjective is personal, depending on individual discretion rather than a fixed rule. Unreasonable, irrational, not based on logic or sound judgment. Did y'all hear that? This is what they say in the Bible is, it is. It's not based on, it's basically, it could be irrational. It could be random. It could be subjective. You feel me? It could be capricious. Look up those words if you don't know what they mean. I'm not going to keep doing work for you. But at the end of the day, that's why you got to tap in so you will know the difference. Okay? 28. The book is full of people, mystics, like myself. The ones that y'all judge and crucify and deem to hell and call us wicked and say we doing witchcraft on people and all of that nasty stuff that y'all be saying about me. Yeah. The book is full of people like myself. Who wrote it? Okay. It's a book of different people's opinions. So y'all basing y'all life out here off of other people's opinions. Like you do when you on social media. Like you do when you on Facebook. Oh, just because such and such said don't go buy you no new car with your income tax, then you don't go buy no car. So you feel what I'm saying? You basing your life off other people's opinions. Oh, well, if she spend money, I know she must have got her taxes. She got to take care of a nigga because you basing your life off other people's opinion. This is why you should not give any fucks. Some of y'all giving too many fucks. Sorry, but not sorry. To other people's opinions, and you're scared to live your life. Okay? So it's a book of different people's opinions of their stories, their experiences, and their perfect personal life. 30, which explains how the book is so contradictory, superstitionally, double standard, two-faced. Ooh, 7. No, you ain't saying that about the Bible, God's book. You, oh my God, I'm finna go to hell listening to you. I'm finna stop watching this live because she gonna send me to hell. Well, baby, go on, because you already in hell anyway. Go on. If you one of them, you close-minded. You ain't ready for this message because, like I said, it's finna get deep. Okay? Which is explained why the book is contradictory, full of superstition, all of that. Yeah, I said it. Two-faced. When it came, we says women came from a man's rib. Adam and Eve is a myth. Yes, I said it. Ain't no way we came from them men rib, and they know that. Only a female's rib shift during 9 months of pregnancy to birth a male. child. There is no man on this planet that can tell you his ribs have shifted bringing in a woman. Sorry. It's not to degrade the man. Again, I'm here to uplift both parties. But if you take what I'm saying and you get offended and you close your mind and close your spirit, then that is on you, baby. You can stay in that old world. But the truth got to be spoken. I need you to stop believing that the women came from your rib because the church told you that lie. They lied to you because they wanted to uplift the male principle of God to the women and lower the women and make themselves more superior. So they told us, that women came from a man's rib, which was a fat ass lie. That's scientifically proven. It ain't something I'm making up. Look around. How you making kids? Your ribs shifted, boo. You welcome. So that means know your worth. Okay? All right? Boom. It says, judging the book by its cover, its appearance. Because it chooses to be organic. It's good quality, but you judging it. That's just like you go in the store and you see fruit, and the fruit might be a little deformed. It might not be the shiniest. It might not be the best looking, but you leave it there because it's ugly. It's bruised. It doesn't look like that shiny red apple that you want. It doesn't look like the shiny green one, those big plump grapes. You don't want no brown on it. You want it to be fresh and beautiful looking, like flawless, right? And so that's how a lot of you want your leaders to come. You want your church folks to come. You want everybody to look flawless. And the real people of God look organic and natural like myself. We don't dress up in those fancy suits. Most of your real leaders and real messengers, real disciples are the ones that you are demonizing, are the ones that you are putting in hell. You trying to place them in the hell you ain't got. Those are your real saviors to help you save yourself. But you choose to go where it looks shiny because they on TV, because they church is mega, because they popular. You want to follow the crowd, keep up with the Joneses, and just don't know they all going to hell. They all living in hell when that camera go off, when that suit come off, when that key turn off in that ignition. They all living in hell. Okay? Y'all ain't ready for what I'm going to say. Stop judging a book by its cover. Looks can be deceiving. Because 9 times out of 10, that fruit, those people that you are looking at as ugly, weird, wonky, or castaway, or whatever, are the ones that you probably need to be getting close to. Probably was the ones that the Most High sent to help break the bloodline curses. But y'all don't know that because this person don't look like what you expect a healer to look like. Or because this person looks like a healer, but you're scared because this person is going to make you look less of a healer because you've been pretending to be a healer in another way. Not saying that you can't be, you got to look like me, but what I'm simply saying is you've been faking it till you make it. And you are threatened by somebody who coming in the room actually being real. And that's why y'all try to demonize most spiritualists, most tarot readers, most mystics, and call us witches and all of this dark bullshit. Because we are not afraid to be real in front of people. So you stand on the side and you point your finger at me right along with everybody else who lack the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding. You choose to judge a book by its cover and you crucify God's people. All because they got on booty shorts. All because they twerk a little bit. Does that mean I don't know God? Huh. You might want to check yourself because a lot of y'all been wrecking yourself because you want to judge me. Yeah. Pop calling kettle black. Looks can be deceiving, boo. Just because I look like this don't mean I didn't know this. And see, that's what a lot of y'all stuck at. Y'all finding out because you thought I didn't know nothing. You thought I was out here faking it. Like, y'all, I'm not you. Stop trying to put me in that box and classify me as what you classify me as. Whatever that may be. Looks can be deceiving. The way I dress is my true expression. Stop judging people for how they express themselves. God has given me the leeway to be free and be me. Fuck you, because you don't like it. You don't like how short my shorts are. You don't like how much jewelry I wear. You don't like my headdress. You don't like how beautiful whatever it is that you have a problem with, that's a personal issue. Go heal that. But I'm not going to keep shrinking myself for your comfortability. Oh, well, she got her head wrapped up. She must be a witch. She got to be doing some spell work. You doing spell work right now when you judge me. Spell work. That means spelling. When you spell, when you say stuff out of your mouth, when you write it, when you think it, you are creating spells, whether good or bad. Mystic. So stop judging me because you're a mystic too. I just choose to be out in the open with my mysticism. You choose to hide in the closet. Bitch, judge your mammy. Don't judge me. Ooh, sorry. I don't know why I'm getting a little heated. Oh, I don't know why I'm getting a little heated. Stay focused. So it says, 34, fancy clothes, materials used to deceive you into thinking that it's a better quality. Cloak, and it's really bad quality. A lot of this stuff out here that look good ain't good. A lot of this stuff out here that look good ain't good. Just because it comes with a shiny red bow on it doesn't make it a gift. Just because it got shiny big shoes and a big old suit and a nice fancy car does not mean they know God. Does not mean that they are beneath lying to you or manipulating you. Stop being controlled and manipulated by what you see with your physical eyes, because even in this book that y'all be using, it says how these eyes can deceive you. You can see things that might not be what it seems, but because you see it with these, you think, oh, that must be it. That got to be it. But did you take time to go and figure it out? No, you didn't. You just judged it from afar, like y'all do me and other spiritualists. Look in the mirror, babe. New leaders aren't meant. Okay, I misspelled some words. Y'all, excuse me. New leaders aren't meant to fit in, to conform to societal norm. They're meant to be unique. We are meant to look different. We are meant to take a different walk of life. We are meant to speak a different word. We are meant to live and be out loud, expressing. That's how we bring in about a new world. Because if I come in, if I'm a new leader, I'm a new teacher, I'm a new spiritualist, but then I come in dressing and talking and acting the same old way like the old ones, then I will only be carrying down the same old, stale traditions that are no longer relevant anymore. So Spirit brought in an update, kind of like y'all new phones, right? You got an old phone. You know, phones are always updating every year, right? You got to get new knowledge, new apps, new updates, new everything, right? The same way with your leaders. You needed new leaders because your old ones, some of them died out. Some of them gave up. Some of them hid. Some of them were targeted and crucified. A lot of them are afraid to speak up. Whatever. So at the end of the day, you got some new leaders. You got some new speakers. You got some new disciples. And hell yeah, we look different. Yes, we cuss. Yep, we come with a little force and a little attitude. No, we not taking your shit. Yes, we walking away from toxic family and lovers. Yes, we know our worth. Yes, I go to God directly. I don't need no middleman. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to shake the table and get you to do something different, because what you've been doing ain't been serving you, my love. It's been hurting you. It's been keeping you on that fence, scared to jump off because of tradition. and family and what the pastor said. So stop judging us, new leaders. Okay? Because every time you try to crucify me, you hang yourself on that cross. That's why a lot of your witchcraft that you spit towards my way, it's not working. That's why, because you keep trying to make me out to be a bad person, and I'm not. You keep trying to go to God about me when God sent me. But because I don't look the way you expect me to look, I don't talk the way you expect me to talk, and I don't walk your fake ass walk, you think I'm a demon. I hate that for you. Take up space, shine, stand out, be authentic. I'm not the only one. See, a lot of y'all spiritualists are just like myself, but because you've been crucified so much, you done dealt with so much witchcraft, you just go and hide your gifts and you just disappear and you just try to fall off the face of the earth because you're tired of being targeted. But just didn't know the whole world was just like you. They just hide it. You're not alone. You've never been alone. They too pussy to stand up and be strong. Just like when I give these messages, a lot of y'all scared to even share them because of you think I'm controversial. Might be a little bit, but I'm a good controversial because I want you to wake your sleepy ass up. Rise up. Real leaders lead you back to your higher. Real leaders lead you back to your higher Christ consciousness. The God/goddesses in yourself. Woo! Body, mind, spirit. The Holy Trinity. Alignment. See, real leaders, we want you to stand up for yourself. We want you to heal yourself. We want you to grow. We want you to face your demons. We want you to evolve. We want all those beautiful things for you. So we're going to give you those tools that we earn through our life experiences so that you can help you on your journey, help you with a leg up, and then you're going to add some tools to those tools and you're going to grow. That's what real healers and spiritualists do and real leaders do. But false leaders make you think you got to come to them and pay them. And then God will let you in heaven. Or you got to come to them and tell them your prayer. Tell them all your business. And then they'll go talk to God and see what God gonna do. And then they'll come back to you. You may or may not get an answer, depending on how much you pay, how much offering you offer. Those are false prophets. Real spiritualists, real healers, real shamanists, real whatever we call ourselves, mystics, whatever. We do what we do because we love you. We do what we do because we want you to grow. We don't ask you for shit. We don't want your money. And if you bless me, then I'll take it. But I ain't asking you for nothing because my God takes good care of me. You understand? So a lot of people think, oh, being a spiritualist, oh, they doing it because they want some money. That's the same difference as a preacher. A preacher is now getting paid to be a preacher. So now y'all out here, now you mad because people out here doing tarot readings for money. And then a lot of these it's like going to work just for the money. You ain't doing it because you got the passion of it. You love it. You're just doing it because you're getting paid to do it. And that's exactly where the corruption began. Because a lot of y'all are not ordained spiritually. You were not called. You are not one of the disciples. You are not a messenger. He don't pay you with paper. So that's why you in these places corrupting the sheep, the lamb. Ooh, I'm finna exit off of here, y'all. Cause I'm already in like an hour and 22 minutes. I'm finna come right back, start this live right back over. Y'all tap right back in, y'all, because I got a whole nother little piece that I need to drop off with y'all, and I don't want this live to be too long. So I'm finna start this live right back up, so y'all don't go nowhere. Like I said, take you a break. Go take your little bathroom break, pee, get your smoke, get your drink, come right back to me. Okay?